And welcome to Elden Ring. This is Zackers, or Zack, or Biggest Geek Ever, or BGE, or I don't know, the fastest fingers in the West. Okay. Anyway, as this epic music plays, let's get this show on the road. So I'm going to be going into this as my quote-unquote first playthrough. This is an online experience. Now you'll see continue there. That was just to test out this PC version. It seems like there are some problems here. A lot of people are having a tough time with it, unfortunately. Things seem okay for me. There's some stuttering going on, some frame rate stuff, but this is a FromSoftware game. We know what to expect, right? But anyway, all right, character creator. So I when I first did that test playthrough, I basically skipped all this and did everything boom, 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 fast as I could, along with any cinematics. So we can just kind of go through this here. The vagabond looks like our strength slash vigor. That'd be health, right? He's kind of got a cool sword. The warrior would be the dex heavy one, it seems. Hero is even more of a strengthy fellow. Where's the don't they have like the colorful phraseology that they like to use, which is like, you're a piece of shit. Huh? Anyway, I'm not gonna bother looking at these too much because I know what I'm gonna do. It's not that, though that is tempting. What a fashionista the prisoner is. No, we are gonna go peak fashionista, which is the Wretch, which is base level 1, 10, everything. You get no armor. Looks like you basically get a club, type B, type A, type B. So a priest, a minister, and a rabbit go to a blood clinic. And the nurse there asks the rabbit, what type is your blood? And the rabbit goes, oh, I'm type O. Now, if you don't understand that joke, this might not be the video for you. Just, there's the warning for that right out of the gate. But we're going to go type B. In general, I almost always choose female characters when I can. Just, I don't know what that says about me. Feel free to psychologically analyze that and that rabbit joke together and form a complete profile of my insanity. Okay. What do we want to name our character? We may be stuck with this for a while, so should come up with a good one. Should have thought about this prior, probably. Let's just say Zackers. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Why did it give us the option if we can just change it here again? Age, young. Interesting. I'm 30. That's still young, right? 30 is the new 40, they say. So, yep. Keepsake. Ooh. This is like a starting gift, huh? So, you can choose no keepsake. If we really wanted to go all the way, like, rags to riches empowerment, which is what I like out of the Wretch class, and I think it was called the Waste of Skin in Bloodborne. Plus, everything you pick up has extra meaning if you aren't starting out with stuff that's better. So that's my whole take on why I'm choosing the Wretch. I'm not going to go all the way, though, because don't want to make this impossible for me, right? At the start, anyway. Increase max HP. Lands between rune. The gold of gray shining in the eyes of the people of the lands between. Used to gain many runes. So, runes, I assume, are like souls. Golden seed. Ooh. There's a particularly vile joke in there, but I don't go for the low-hanging fruit. Only the highbrow humor here. We'll see how long that lasts. Golden Seed reinforces Sacred Flask. So Sacred Flask, I'm assuming, is just like the Estus Flask. So that's tempting. Ashes of small diminutive golems. Ashes are said to hold spirits within, so... I don't know what any of this really entails. I'm thinking this, if this does reinforce our healing, that seems pretty good. Cracked pot. Strange, cracked pots that somehow mend themselves. A container for certain thrown items. 2 stone keys shaped like swords. Breaks the seal on imp statues. Can only be used once. So that's like those gates in Dark Souls 2. What were they called? Barrows Lockstones. Right. 5 sacred branches. Demigod Mikila. So I wonder if those are stealth items like the branches were in Dark Souls 3, maybe? Physical damage negation. 5 pieces. So this must be a consumable. And Shabriri's Woe. The crazed likeness of a noble whose eyes have been gouged out attracts enemies' aggression. Okay, so that's like the hard mode. Even more so than that. Let's not make this so impossible. Let's just go with that. That seems like it could... Unless it's just a, an item that has like a fixed amount of time where it makes your flasks better. But based on this description here, it sounds like that's a permanent increase. And I like the sound of that. So we got old base templates here. Damn, she is ripped. Draconian. Interesting. Okay. Oh, kind of like the Newman. Hello, Newman. But well, let's just go with this, huh? And by go with this, I mean fiddle around with it until we've created an abomination. I mean, this is like by far the best looking from characters. We could be here all day. I'm telling you. I love a good character creator. Form emphasis. These are not... I'm not immediately clear on what this means. What is that doing? Just making the features more accented? Parent age 75. That is a glorious 75. If I look like that when I'm 75, I think the government will be abducting me and figuring out my secret. Facial balance, nose size. Do we want to give her a honker? That's so mean. I feel like I'm just slowly like gonna be building her face to like match the proportions of the eyes now. That's but that's fine. Cheekbones, here we go. The dreaded cheekbones. Cheekbone widths, give her some Mads Mikkelsen level cheeks. Okay. Get those cheekbones in so we get the total Mads Mikkelsen. I like that. Do the Mads Mikkelsen. Lip shape. Purse or open? His mouth is a little bit... Jesus, why am I deciding Mads Mikkelsen is what we're going to go with? Hannibal. We'll have to think about a Hannibal pun while we're doing this. Lip size. Of course, his eyes are small, right? Okay. Now we can get the hair. Now this is the thing here. Temporary colors, interesting. So I'd like to, if I could, I'd like to give it more of a salt and pepper kind of look to the hair. Eyebrows. Got kind of short eyebrows. We gotta work on that. Usually a little bit more. They're so pronounced, though. Yeah, there we go. I don't know. Let's leave all the pores open. Lustrous. Is that the... Okay, that's the... This is the Snapchat filter options here. I don't see a ton of difference, really. Dark circles. Sure. Few restless nights. Of course, I guess you can turn them into bags under your eyes into just makeup here. Sure. Why not? You know, Hannibal didn't have that, but I bet he would. He just didn't want to be judged by society. Okay. Oh, we didn't really look at the voices, did we? That one's a little anime. That was 80-year-old me getting out of a very low chair. Let's go with mature voice 1. Okay. Should we go with this name? I feel like we can come up with something better. As you can tell, I'm a sharp mind at work right now. Get it? Because this is a Souls game. Mads Mikkelsen's. Because that's, as you can tell, the spitting image of Mads Mikkelsen. Oh, my dear. Okay. Well, we're committed. We are committed to this. Golden Seed of Mads Mikkelsen's. Wretch. Club in hand. Here we go.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Ooooooooh, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing.
Ooh, Elden Ring.
And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
Yay! Oh, we got a prompt here. Nice. The Ring. 7 days? Do we see the ring? Is it a gesture? Just 7 days. Samara! I guess that's the praise the sun equivalent here. Interesting. Alright. Good luck. Thank you. You get a good. Oh, you saw that. You get a good, even though you don't need it. So yeah, that's the stutter thing that seems to be happening in this game on the PC version. Tarnished wizened finger. Just what I always wanted. Just what I always wanted. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. Used to write messages. Okay. Lose all runes. So that's the... What was it called? The Dark Sigil, I believe, in the Dark Souls games. Alright, here we go. Pretty interesting that that cinematic was hand-drawn, it looked like, as opposed to CGI, when they even had the same message or the same part as that first CG trailer from 2019. Nice. You get a good. Everybody gets a good. I am the... Yeah, try jumping off my ass. I am the Oprah of Elden Ring already. You get a good. You get a good. Okay. Hello. Bloodstain. What? I thought bloodstains were when he died. Maybe their game just crashed and that counted as a death. That's funny. Do it. Nice. Bridge ahead. God, already the art direction is like incredible. So, right, B is the roll. Got the jump on the A button. Barbaric roar. I don't know what that means. Unless it's that. Might be related to our weapon, maybe? The club? I should maybe take a look at that. It's pretty standard. Doesn't mention anything about that. Maybe we have to go in the inventory. And browse them. I'll browse you right across the head. Okay, here we go. Let loose a bestial roar to rally the spirit and increase attack power, while avid strong attacks change to savage combo attacks. Well, you're not telling me how to do that. Is it... Okay, there we go. Figured it out. It's a magic thing. Hey! I was wondering when that would show up. Gotta love it. Perverted Dark Souls fans. Ooh, the map, that's right. We seem to be in, like, purgatory or something. Well, you're not getting one because you just, like, copied this person, right? This was that? Yeah. Or maybe they copied that person. That's a good point. I'll just give him a good, too. Why not? At the very least, they apparently chose a better spot for that than there. Man, how'd they get up there? I can't jump like that. Maybe come back. It would make sense, I guess. So it does seem like there's some slight performance stuff going on here still. Certainly not unplayable, but it's just a tad disappointing because I think Dark Souls 3... Oh, Dark Souls 3 had some problems. What am I talking about? On PC it is. It did. Visions of Danger. Okay, so I do know what's coming up here because, again, practice run. This is where I had the worst stuttering on the practice run, so we'll see how it goes. Aw. Can we write Praise the Sun? Or Praise the Tree? That'd be a good one, I bet. Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. Nice try. Where's a good spot to put up Praise the Tree? Right there. Yeah, look at that. Let's try it. The messages menu, write messages, players can see them, change the message format, be more complicated. Or HP replenishes when someone rates it. That's awesome. See? How good? How good am I being for constantly giving appraisal, huh? Hang on. Praise the... Whoops. Thing. Praise the tree. Yeah. Feel good about that one. Alright. So, This is the boss that I think you're not really supposed to win. I died immediately last time. Already doing a little bit better. Nope. Oh, I died. Well, that's okay. It's funny you die, but then you can roll. Like, seems like something's missing there. But who's to say? By the way, didn't the Rags to Riches starting characters in Dark Souls give you a shield? This might be a poor decision on my part now.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on her side.
Hell yeah.
We found her here after all.
Got that fortune. Fortune and glory.
One of her kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring.
Actually, the proper name for it is Ooooooooh Elden Ring. The Golden Order. That was that whole thing with Trump and that tape, right? That supposedly exists. It was his Golden Order. Topical reference there. Okay, there's our flask. So, I guess... Yeah, and that's the magic one, which... I love it. We died so quick in that fight, I still have the Berserk there. Ooh, item. Wow, they're at 99999. That's awesome. So, how did I toggle that HUD off? That was weird. Okay, we're not going to actually hit every message because that would be absurd, right? I'm being kind enough. Oh, first NPC. Okay. You mean a metaphorical plunge? Recall the arts of war in your warrior's blood. Okay. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? What I should do, though, before I got distracted, was this thing. Increases the sacred flask's number of uses. It's called bolstering material. The only thing here is I feel like there's some ambiguity. Maybe I'm just overthinking on it if it increases the number of uses or it like refills the uses. So I'm not going to use that yet. We get to a situation where I'm run out of flasks, then I'll use it just to be on the safe side. Okay. Okay. Are we going to die? Are we going to die? Nope. Okay. Looks like maybe slightly generous. Visions of Lord. Okay. Ooh. Here we go. Bonfire number 1, Site of Grace, aka Bonfire. Fills your flasks. Most of the enemies you defeated will be revived. Sites of Grace, where the light converges. Okay. Maybe that was a mistake. What if we're trapped down here? Looks like some shit's about to go down here. Pathetic sword. Oh, good. I'm also pathetic sword, so we're equally matched in that department. Might as well try and sneak here. All right. So this. Oh, okay. This must be a kind of like a tutorial area that's like totally optional, because in the test run I just sped through this. Right, no shield. I like the animation on the club. It's, gonna bonk ya because you're too horny. Use an armament in your left. Okay, well, this would be a good tutorial for any other starting class in the game, right? Here, let him attack. What's the... Okay, so that's a jump attack. There's a bit more damage. Do we have a jumping strong attack? Yep, the dodge roll, left sticker, and B. And then backstab is just B. Good. Nice. Run being on B is going to be... That's going to be a tough thing to get used to for me, I think. Hidden path? Really? You piece of garbage. I mean, it kind of looks like there is, but no. Should I just rate that poor? Ruin it? You're so close to 3,000? Yeah, that's okay. We'll get you to 3,000. I'm so nice. Look at this. We can just jump up and over. Uh-oh. Okay, so already enemies getting a little tougher. Wielding armaments. Each hand armaments can be two-handed, making attacks more difficult to repel, boosting strength by 50%. Okay. Y and RB. So that's the two-handed. Yeah. Okay. You wait your turn. I just want to make sure I'm not getting snuck up on here. There we go. So basically trash enemies so far. That's good. It's so amusing to me. You can just skip this if you want. It's amusing and good, I think. Like, especially if you're doing like, the new game plus stuff. You don't want to do that tutorial crap. Item? Nope. Could this be a necessary item? God, people really love these troll messages, huh? I mean, I do. So, who am I to talk? Okay. It's going to be the first test of our role, really. Amount of stamina is fairly generous, too. I like that. Skills. Armaments have special abilities called skills. Skills are highly varied and range from powerful attacks to temporary effects. Using skills consumes FP. Okay. Thing is that FP is also magic related, I think, and I'm not much of a magic user in these games. Not for any sort of shitty, like, oh, it's not how the game should be played, it's cheap. I just find it more interesting, personally, to just get into the grills of these huge fuck-off bosses and beating the crap out of them. Hey, I think that there is no wrong way to play, though. And if you want to, create like a Death Star laser mega spell, that's awesome. I mean, we're killing it right now without magic, right? I mean, I think we're gonna beat the game tonight. The world first Elden Ring speedrun coming at you right now. Never mind, we died to the boss earlier. Stance breaking, right? Break an enemy stance, so that does RT while jumping. We all kind of figured this stuff out already. Do you get a better? No, not really. I was wondering if running and jumping got a better attack. It seemed like maybe a slightly better jump. Yeah, it's slightly better. Makes sense. Aw. I like this. People are having a ball. It's awesome. Stakes of Marika. Upon dying, you revive the last-sided grace you visited. However, if there's a stake of Marika near where you died, you can be chosen to revive there. Ah. So is this... I guess it's not something to activate. Oh, boss time? Soldier of Godrick. Engage! Perform a counterattack immediately after blocking an enemy attack. Guard counters make it easy to break it. Excuse me, enemy stance. Interesting. So, I mean, we can block. Oh, okay. Oh, dear. I thought... okay. Let's not get greedy there. I was kind of hoping I could break his stance there, but wasn't to be. Enemy felled. You defeated. That's still my favorite boss victory screen, the you defeated one. It was only in the original Dark Souls version, though. It always makes me sad. I mean, I guess it is awkward English, so maybe they were correct to fix that. But I miss it. It just got a nice, lovable quality to it that a lot of the other ones don't, like Nightmare Slain. Come on now. Nice strength. Alright, so we're back here. Heck yeah. Whoa! Did you see that? So that seems... it's like replicable too, which is interesting. I wonder if it's like a world boundary thing? Drinking some tea tonight. Because it soothes the soul, and it soothes the throat. It's a little hot still, though. Whew. It's more like a scalding the throat right now. Just grabs her butt. Nope, I got no stone key. Okay, so that must be the imp statue thing they were talking about before. Interesting, the game gives you one right off the bat there. Yeah, I'll make a note of that. I would say a daring and ingenious move on my part. I have a laptop here, and I will be taking notes as we go along in this game with NPCs, things we have to get back to, that sort of stuff. Already in there. Bullet pointing this. Okay. Cooperation. So, furled fingers, golden summon sign. Once you have been summoned, you take the role of an ally called the furled finger. Well, well, well. Defeat the area boss. Okay. Finger severer. Tarnished furled finger. Gassy today. As in burping, not farting. Okay. Send another oneself home. Okay, so that is just like get out of the cooperative stuff. Makes sense. Create a summon sign. Oh, it's always fun to read these descriptions, though. Finger of corpse wax, furled like a hook. It is a relic of those who came before, left of those who would come after. This phantom blade severs the link formed by a furled finger, but the maidens scorn those who abuse its use. So, does that mean if we use it too much, we get in trouble? Finger of corpse wax, so emaciated the bone is visible. Ugh. It is a relic of those who came before, left to those who would come after. Cool. All right. Oh dear. Well, that message is no. I keep thinking these messages are items. It's not good. Not good at all. God, you got a message on top of that. Try lever. Ah. It's okay. Our first I would put that as maybe the first like true big fail of this is me messing up the first elevator here. Here's to many more. Ooh, still hot. You know what? Just in case we die, let's send it back down. That's a pro strat move right there. And here we are in Limgrave. Nice. Okay, so that's a mini boss there. I'm not gonna go there yet. He would just kick my ass. I know that. Grace exists to guide the tarnish and lead them along the proper path. Even now, some sites of grace retain that power. Their golden rays will guide you along your way. Cool. Okay. God, the art direction in From games is just so good. It's really on another level. The map. That's right, we got a map. We find map fragments at steels along the road. Also use the map, place beacons of light, serve as landmarks. Interesting. Cool. Hello.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Of course.
I guess.
No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
Hey, low blow.
Guidance. Without the strength of rules,
It's a tough day in the age of COVID. I mean, you're wearing a full head mask, so you wouldn't even know.
you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
Okay. You have anything else to say?
However, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me. Vare. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you tarnished.
Had a couple of menus pop up that told me about it.
Rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, the path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed.
Oh, I see.
Grace's
Yeah.
guidance holds the answers. It will lead you tarnished to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
Ominous. So that's cool. So that's like, it just like tells you a proper way to go. Very cool. Very very immersive. I think I actually kind of like that better than the similar thing that Ghost of Tsushima did with the wind. So Roa fruit. I think this is all like crafting stuff. Yeah. Actually. Oh boy. So I believe the button to pull up the map was the button to get to your inventory in like the other Souls games. So that's gonna take some getting used to, I think. Oh, we have nothing cool to say about that. Instead of taking on that nasty night dude that way, let's fuck up these eagles instead. Oh, God. Flight pinion. Oh, here we go. Commonly used for arrow fletchings. Okay. Oh, so that part's not even on my map yet. Holy shit, this game is huge. I've been playing this game for years. Nice. Was that a jackalope? Oh, thin beast bones. Okay. Kind of. Oh, it's very cute. We must destroy it. Death to all the creatures. Oh. Feels bad, but I assume they respawn like, you know, most everything, so what's the big deal? Again, that asshole we're going to ignore. Not because I'm scared. No. But being a veteran of this series, I know sometimes you got to realize going elsewhere is a good idea. As this is an open world game, I think that being able to do that will be far easier. So I have a bad habit of just like thinking like if a boss seems not impossible, just a tier below that, I'll just keep throwing myself in the meat grinder until I get it. Because this is going on the internet, I'm going to try to refrain from doing that sort of thing. Okay, I don't know that we can swim, so that island will be a note for later. So, you might be asking yourself right about now, why should I continue to watch this guy? Why should I do that when the rest of the world is playing Elden Ring? Why am I not playing Elden Ring? why am I not watching someone else play Elden Ring? And my answer to you would be, I've managed to turn this little video into a job interview. Great. Isn't that great? What's your best qualifications? What's your worst? Okay, we are doing no damage to him, so better part of valor. I'd say my greatest weakness is the aforementioned meat grinder thing. Oh no, that's not good. Get away. Get away. You can't get up here. You're... Oh, fuck. Come on, that's so not fair. Sort of aggro ass. He just burped at me. It's like, ah, fuck it. I don't got a stamina for this. Burp. All right. Let's look at this. Okay, let's attune the flasks. Oh. Yeah. So definitely not a consumable. No sacred tears, that's fine. Again, I think I'm unlikely to use the FP thing and just having health. Better idea. No option to level yet. I'll tell you one thing I can promise you is the best jokes in the world. Not only the best jokes in the world, but only mildly offensive jokes. And, well, God willing, anyway, right? Big old tree there. So, I wonder where we started the game, if that area is visible or not. It could be over there, I suppose. Kind of looks like it could be that. Maybe. Ooh. Bonfire. Church of Ella. I think this should be called the Church of Santa Claus, looking at the way that person is dressed. I mean, I think we can all agree Christmas has come early with Elden Ring. So now we can fast travel. Very good. Smithing table. You can spend runes and smithing stones to strengthen your armaments. Somewhere in the land between, you may meet a blacksmith who can make your armaments even stronger. Interesting. So, we're just like amateurs that can construct more powerful weapons. Oh, use smithing table. Smithing menu, you can spend runes, smithing stones, up to +3. But then so the blacksmith has to go farther there. I see. 2 for level 1. Or for +1. How you doing, Santa Claus?
You're tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase it?
Norwegian Santa Claus.
I am Kale.
Is that Krampus?
They
I
are
don't know.
fine goods.
So Kale is a merchant. Cool. Huh. Recommendation.
You know, if you can spare the runes, you should buy yourself a crafting kit. A crafting kit allows you to make basic items on your own. Essential, really, if you intend to survive out here for any duration. The kit costs a bundle, and I admit I do take my cut. But the important thing is that you survive. Every customer counts, after all.
He's a nice guy. Is it
You
just
know,
the same thing?
You
Okay.
should buy us a craft essential, really. The kit costs a bunch, but the important...
Recommendation is cool. You can spend runes to purchase items. Okay. So crafting kit, he told us to buy the crafting kit. Let us buy the crafting kit. So he's got some stuff here. Cookbook, cracked pots, and a telescope. Let's make a note. Ollie has, what would you call it? Recipes, I guess. And cool.
I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
Aw. I like him. He's very nice. Then I'm not going to sell anything here, I don't think. Because, one, don't know what we need yet. Haha! Okay. Cracked pots or other containers to craft items. Oh, okay. So that's what it meant by that when it could have been our starting gift. Item crafting, make various items. You can learn to craft more items by finding cookbooks. Bone dart. Rainbow stone, okay. Let us make this. Can we make more? We can make more! Okay. Having healing all on horseback sounds like a plan, Stan. Oh, poor dear. Thin beast. What is that? Just a skull. Ominous. Yeah. that was doomed to fail, I think. I bonk you, sir. You scared me. Vaguely. Aha, seems we got a campfire going here, huh? Campfire is a brewing. There's just him. Easy pickings. Does not kill him, though. Ooh, sexy lady knives, huh? Ooh, those got the hip motion going on. I might have stolen that joke. I'm not 100% sure. Don't, I hope I didn't, but, you know, if I feel that way, it's probably true. Root resin. Huh. There we go. Menu again. Is that just crafting items again? Yeah. Secreted from the roots of the great tree. Ugh. I don't want no great tree secretions. I deal with my own great tree secretions all the time. Thank you very much. Okay, smithing stone there, so we can go back and upgrade this club. It's worth considering. Rain! Hell yeah, shrooms. I mean, you see that? You see that there? You see that there? That pairs well with shrooms. You find yourself in a land with a big golden tree. Just take some shrooms, man. Groveside Cave, huh? First off, grass? No, I picked up shrooms, okay? We're doing shrooms, not the devil's plant. We'll rest here.